We're here. You've joined us on the most pleasant of evenings. This is the weirdest Monday night I've ever experienced.
Yeah, it's almost like it's late.
It is, in fact, perhaps Tuesday night here in the Underdark, because the Underdark is ahead of us in time zones, because it's closer to the Earth's core. You know how it is. Previously, our heroes found themselves at the behest of a red dragon. Some things went poorly for Pauly and Sorn and Winfred, in that they gave back a dragon egg to what some of them felt like was its kin, who would treat it well and give it a good life to raise it and teach it how to be a dragon. Unfortunately, that is not the case. The Ember Chad, the ever-living flame of Grim, had decided to eliminate his potential future competition that his acolytes had been raising or attempting to raise, at least in his eyes, and so he destroyed it and made some people unhappy with the outcome. The party kind of split up at that point in the city of Grachpoluch, the Grimport, and went about their separate ways. Winfred and Chewy making their way back to the La Floridita, rather morose, kind of upset. Sorn finding a drunken, angry Pauly, talking him out of a coffee shop after much destruction, and eventually talking him back to the ship. When they arrived at the ship, docked at the Darklake Docks of Grimport, you saw your zombie crewmen loading crates from the dock onto the deck of the ship and into the hold. And Pauly, you, from memory, the last thing we saw is that you went into the captain's quarters of the ship, perhaps to
steal some booze.
To steal some booze from Thorendir's secret stash that he keeps on the bottom shelf, where all good dwarves keep their best booze.
Mm-hmm.
And Sorn, where were you during this time?
I believe I was still on the dock. Or just on the top deck of the ship.
Yeah.
I just made my way aboard, I think.
Okay, excellent. And Pauly, upon entering the quarters, you hear a shuffling of cards, and as your eyes adjust to the gloom, you see a figure in a great jacket, a sort of a leather duster, leaning back precariously on two legs of the chair with his feet up on the table. A wide-brimmed hat resting on the table itself. And the figure says to you, "You have something that belongs to me, Pauly."
And Pauly's just gonna go, shh, you wake up, Thorendir. And then I'm gonna keep creeping towards the bottom shelf.
Yeah. Give me a perception check.
Sure. Where are we? Oh, yeah. 9.
So you spend some time looking back and forth, perhaps pulling things off the shelf, jumping them on the ground, and just sort of making, there's tinkling of glass, there's sort of the bang of metal, little small wooden cases, snuff boxes flying off the shelf. But unfortunately, you don't find any of the good stuff. You do spot a sort of sagged on a stool next to the bookshelf. You see like a leather wineskin that just radiates warmth, and is just sort of sagged over sadly, and it kind of just fits your entire mood. Just a crumpled bit of leather with some kind of liquid inside that looks beat up and thin.
I'll grab that, but knowing that or remembering that Thorendir's cuticles were pretty much immaculate at all times, there must be some kind of nail polish or like remover in his cabin. So I'd like to also find that as a chaser.
Okay. Yes. So you almost blindly moving around, over to where Thorendir's bed is in the room, and you're kind of like trying to go through his stuff, find his little pedicure kit and his manicure kit, and then sort of someone hands you a small box. You notice it's almost like a piece of the wall has lifted its hand up and handed you a small ornate box with sort of silver work around the lid.
I'm just gonna say thank you, and then have a swig. If the nail polish remover is in there, I'm gonna have a swig of that.
Yeah. You pop it open, and the nail polish remover's in there. The sort of clears all the nostrils in the room, and you hear a voice sort of booming reply to you, attached to the wall, I guess, that just handed you this box. Not a problem.
I'm gonna like also go. Shh. You're gonna wake up Thorendir. Pauly's very drunk.
Yeah. The gentleman sitting down says, "Please help our feathered friend into a seat. He doesn't look like he quite has his sea legs yet." And you feel sort of a firm hand, essentially a tree, puts its hand on your shoulder and directs you into a chair and sort of push you down forcibly, sitting you down in a chair at the table.
Okay, while they're doing that, I'd be like, "Oh, wait, this isn't fair. There's two of you and there's only one of me. Oi, Sorn!" I'm gonna yell at Sorn.
Do I hear him from the top? Yeah, I would, I suppose.
Yeah,
because he's in the captain's quarters. All right. At this point, I'll mosey on into the room.
Why don't you give me a perception check?
Pauly does his best negotiating work when he's drunk.
Perception. It's a 15.
You walk into the open door of. This is your first time on La Florida. No, it's not your first time on La Florida, because you joined in Blingdenstone. But you walk into, maybe for the first time, Thorendir's quarters. I think you're probably given very strict instructions to stay out.
I feel like I would have snooped a little bit. While the crew were asleep, I would have just to figure out my bearings on the ship.
Yeah.
Or I would have we were drinking on deck one night, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go take a piss. Walked in, and that's the wrong room. Turn around, and walk back out.
Yeah. Oh, this isn't my bedroom. What am I doing in here?
This isn't the lavatory.
I thought this was toilet paper. I was stuffing my pockets with. You enter the room. You see a seated Parrot. You see a seated Pauly, trying to sort of ruffle his feathers, and standing next to him, about 6.5, 7 feet tall, is a bipedal tree of a man. But as your eyes adjust to the gloom, you notice that this man is part wood, part metal. There is no skin on this thing.
Do I hear Sorn enter?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right,
and then opposite, you see this gentleman here, with the big coat, the big sword, a compass at his belt. Now, currently, he's taken his boots off the table. He's now sitting up, watching you walk in with a sort of a bemused look on his face.
I'm going to blindly throw the sad wine sack Sorn's way. He's like, "Hey, you might need a drink too."
I'll catch it and just toss it over aside, and I'll walk straight up to Pauly, and I just want to place my hand on Pauly's shoulder as I walk in. Like, look at this giant tree of a man and the other gentleman across from us. And can I just cast guidance on Pauly for whatever his next check is going to be eventually?
Does guidance require a verbal component?
Guidance is...
And a semantic component?
VS, yes. Damn it.
Okay. So you can do it, but it will be obvious that you are casting a spell.
All right, I won't do that. I will... Or actually, can I do it in a way that it sounds like I'm just sighing and like try and be deceitful with it? Like I'm saying something as I walk in, like, here we go.
With a voice spell, you actually are chanting though, aren't you?
Well, if you can tell me what it is you're saying, like it's divine in nature, so it can be prayerful. But if you can convince me that of how you do it, then sure.
As I walk through the room and just gauge the situation, I just say quietly to myself, by Talos, give me strength, and like sigh afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then I just touch Pauly on the shoulder.
Okay. Yeah. So Pauly, you have guidance, which I believe is what is that? Your next D20 check?
Yeah, your next ability check, you get a D4 on top of that.
Yeah, cool. So the gentleman in front of you, or sort of the big mountain, sort of turns his glowing eyes, kind of assessing you impassively as you walk in, and the gentleman across says, "Oh, Sorn. Guess the gang's almost all here." And then another figure walks in. She's got. Let's see, actually, what has she got? She's got red hair, sort of a saber at her hilt, along with a dagger, and she's smoking a pipe. And she walks in and says, "We found a gnome, a goblin, but no bears, sir. It does smell like wet fur, but no bears. All I found was this." And she puts sort of a small box on the table, and then goes and takes a position sort of over near the entrance, leaning against the door. And this is what she looks like.
Do I know what the box is?
You have a look at it. It looks like it's got sort of childish drawings on it.
Yep.
But it just looks like sort of like a wooden box.
Okay.
Yeah. But from your even with your your double vision kind of thing, looking at it, it looks like it has kind of simplistic drawings on it. It looks like one of those drawings made in chalk could maybe be you in a certain light.
Right.
One kind of looks like a stick figure, like it made in with like black charcoal, with sort of like white hair. A stick figure that could be Sorn. And there's sort of like childish drawings of each of the party.
This is Winfred's box. I'm gonna try and like shuffle my coat. I realized that this gentleman was the one who originally had the boomkree.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try and shuffle my coat and sleight of hand it like into a place that they won't be able to find it if they frisked me.
Okay.
If that's okay.
You can attempt it.
Mm-hmm. Is it rolling? It might roll twice.
While this is going on, Sorn will I'd like to think by this point along, Sorn's hair's gotten very ratty and long. He's like shoulder length and just all mismatched lengths. He just grabs it and he's gonna like tie it up. Get it out of his...
I might need someone else to roll the dice for me. Sorry.
Can you do it from Forge itself?
I'm not even getting the chat screen.
That's right. I'll roll this for you here. Public roll. So we're doing a sleight of hand plus a d4.
Yep. Yeah,
That's a dirty 20, thanks to the guidance of Talos.
Guidance.
anytime.
As you kind of get securing it away deeper within your feathers, it's balancing a little bit, precariously perhaps, but you've got it, under the crook of your arm, away from any particular holsters or pockets, perhaps. And the man in front of you says, "Oh, how rude of me. I know all your names, and I know all your story, but I haven't told you mine."
Oh, wait, actually, before you do that. No, I bloody remember who you are. You're that Captain Mac Calibran fella, aren't you?
And he kind of gives he's seated, but kind of gives a half bow. And says,
I take notes.
Yeah. "You cost me a lot of money sinking the Dragon's Hoard Casino. But I know how you're going to get it back for me."
Hey, come on. Come on. You really think that we can do that? I mean, look at Sorn. He couldn't do anything. He couldn't fight his way out of a barrel.
Sorn's currently standing there just like clicking his fingers and like fire is coming out of his fingers, and he's like, no.
As you do that, the woman by the door catches your hand viper quick, while flames coming out the fingers, and she moves your two fingers to her pipe and breathes in to light her pipe, and then kind of hands you back your hand.
Is she more like does she look more like a pirate or
he should have heard of before.
Pirate. Yeah. So she's got the blouse, the corset, the leather pants with buckles all around the legs.
Sorn has his from when we were walking back, Sorn drank those bottles of wine that he had, so he's a little bit more inebriated now, and he looks at her, he's like, "Easy there, darling." He's putting on more of a show to be more getting a new, what do we call it?
Brave.
No, not brave. He's kind of
bravado
flirting with her.
Oh, okay, yep.
He's got that.
Yeah, darling, I got you. If you need
he's got that drow courage, as they say.
And he just winks at her and then looks back.
Yeah. She seems to be kind of, head tilted down, almost not quite staring at the floor, but it's just sort of as if she's got sort of these red glassed spectacles, and she just seems to be sort of. It's very hard to gauge what she's looking at from behind them. They seem very impractical for indoor work.
Right.
Surely it's purely affectation. Because fashion knows no season. But Captain McCalibran says, "You're going to do something for..." wait, sorry, I need the voice. "You're going to do a few things for me, Pauly. You and your crew. I got a little job for you, and that's how you're going to make back that money for me."
Look, you say this, but I'll be really honest with you right now, and not sobering up, but I think every good pirate knows when talking needs to get a bit more serious, and kind of just can sober up for that 30 seconds where he needs to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "You come in here. You sit in my fucking chair, and you're telling me you got a fucking job for me. If you wanted me to work for you or work with you, the first thing you do is show me some fucking respect."
And he says, "But, Pauly, I am showing you respect. Your wings aren't broken. Stealing from me and taking my weapon, taking something dear to me, I would be well within my rights according to the code.
The code which the code which I believe you're breaking by not showing respect to other captains.
Thorendir's not here, Pauly.
Thorendir's never been the captain.
The bear's not here either, Pauly.
This is where Sorn turns around and he goes, "All right, you got me. I'm the captain."
All I'm saying is there's some due recompense that I expect before we talk any business. And I'll say this too. You should know, as best we all fucking do, that if you leave things unattended around other pirates, it's bound to go missing. Now, I'm not saying we did it, but next time, hold your shit tighter.
He looks up at the sort of large golem that's standing next to you and just nods. And I'm going to need you to make a strength check, please.
Sure. I might need you to do it again if this doesn't come through. Just 1 second. Let me just try. Strength check. Straight strength.
Yeah. Where is he?
If it doesn't come through immediately, I might need you to do it. Sorry.
Yep.
Forge just having a bit of a rough time. It's not even casting in. Well, actually, it's saying that it's not even casting in D&D Beyond either.
That's right. I can do that for you.
Goddamn motel internet.
Yeah. Okay, where's Pauly's token? Where did we put him? Yeah. So, strength check from Pauly. Let's do an ability check. It's pretty good. It's a 15. But unfortunately, for you, the golem of a man, the metal man, grabs your hand and sort of breaks one of your fingers. And you're going to take... I mean, it hurts. It's not crazy bad, but you're going to take 5 points of damage. But one of your fingers is not looking great. You can move it, and it just dislocates your finger more than breaks it. But you're still in a lot of pain, and he's still holding your hand firmly to that table. But yeah, you're able to kind of move in such a way that it doesn't as badly hurt you. He says, that Captain McCalibran says, "Pauly, you're playing games, my friend, but you don't have any of the pieces. You don't even have the board. Return to me what you stole, and I could help make you rich."
I didn't steal anything off you. I'm not going to say I didn't do an amazing job with the casino, but I didn't steal what you're thinking. I'm going to try and deceive him.
Yeah.
Because I am obviously lying through my fucking teeth.
Dan, one quick thing. When we could hear the port earlier,
12,
and we could hear Jarlaxle. Did that sound sort of like around the port that, like, similar to the port that we were in?
As in
when we found that hole at the top and we could hear what was going on around town from below town.
It was very difficult to know. I mean, it was definitely in this city somewhere. The sounds, but it was just a cacophony of noise with conversations cutting through it. It'd be very hard to tell where it was coming from.
Okay.
Let's see here. Macalibran says, "You've been asking around town on my special little toy. How to get more ammo for her. Showing drawings of it to the merchants around here. There aren't many artificers who can work on and create things of that nature. Now, if you work for me, Pauly, perhaps I can get something for you of that ilk. But you can't have mine. Mine's special. So, lie to me again, and he takes the rest of your hand. Tell me where it is."
All right. Fine. And I'm gonna fucking try and shoot the bottom of this wood tree and skull with it.
Okay. Alright, well, I think we're all going to roll initiative in this tiny little room.
They're fucking dead.
Let me pull Sorn in. Where's my little Sorn? Just give me a sec to set up the encounter.
Okay.
As this happens, Sorn just goes, "Pauly, you fuck."
Look,
God.
drunken sad, broken finger, no respect. This is the only way it was going to go down.
I like that I yelled that I was the captain and no one even acknowledged me. Hey, alright, fine.
Hi, the captain now. Alright. Did you guys... Yeah, Sorn rolled initiative. Sorn, you got an 8.
Yeah.
Cool. And
Mine's
we
I can't take what it is, though.
Oh, it's a 17.
There you go.
Fucking Captain Matt Calibran, 25 on initiative. This motherfucker. Come into my house. Roll better than me.
So I assume because you've got one hand on the table being held by this guy, Paul, you start moving to kind of, I assume, drop the pistol out of your armpit or wherever you were stowing it, to down into your free hand and start pulling it up. Yeah.
Yep. Well, basically, I mean, like, you just kind of like, I wanted to surprise attack him, you know?
Yeah. They're not surprised. Let's... what does this do? He's got cool stuff. All right. So Captain Macalibran raises a hand at you as you go to like lift your arm up, or lift your hand up to like drop the pistol into your hand. A explosion of web flies out at you from Captain Macalibran's gloved hand, and just explodes on you. I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw. You are at disadvantage, though, I think, because you're half restrained by this pirate.
Is that rolling? There we go. Oh, 91!
Yeah. So this massive, thick, sticky webbing explodes onto you and kind of wraps you in the like wraps you to the chair and wraps your left arm and your wings down to you with your right hand still extended on the table.
Yep.
And then moments literally, a second later, as if this is choreographed, the redheaded woman steps forward past you, Sorn, absolutely ignoring you, pulls a dagger out of her pocket and slides it down the web near like Pauly's side, reaches in and pulls the pistol out and throws it underhanded to the captain. The Warforged just stares there silently looking down at you. Pauly, what do you do?
All right, you got me. Can't blame it. You can't blame a parrot for trying.
Sorn?
I'm just like standing there, just shaking my head. just like I take one step back.
Yeah.
And be like, I don't know what's happening here.
So he looks at the 6-shooter that's handed over to him, the Calibran, pops it open, closes it, and says, "One shot left."
Obviously, it wasn't a very lucky shot.
And he kind of holds it leveled at you, but like, maybe like on the table, but aiming at you. His hand on it, but not quite like, finger on the trigger. And just says, "We've loaded up your hold with a delivery for Pasulara."
Yeah, right. What's the goods we're delivering? Like straight up, like in all honesty, Pauly's like, "Well, that didn't work, so yeah, we'll go with that plan." You know what I mean? Just hey, it's the business of thieves. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They've got plenty of food and water for the trip, but I wouldn't dally for too long.
Sorn says,
Yeah,
audibly and annoyed.
And who needs this water and food? And why do they need to get to Palaban, you said?
Pasulara.
Pasulara, sorry.
Pasulara. Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
How do you spell that?
Hold on, I can...
Pasulara.
Look at that. We got...
Most likely slaves. Need to get there.
Someone's going to say, who are these people that we are delivering? Are they slaves? What are they?
Think of it more like cattle? Oh, sorry. Cows don't grow underground. Like, you guys, herd animals.
Did you just say like us?
No. Like, I was trying to think, Drow cultivate animals, right? You guys keep spiders for silk, or do you have some kind of milk-giving creatures? Some kind of, for food and stuff.
I will immediately walk out of the room, and I want to go down to the hold and just check.
All right.
What's down there?
Okay, so you leave this room and head down into the hold. Whilst Pauly's
Sorn walks out.
Yeah.
No. While Sorn walks out and is still covered in the webs, and I'm like, yeah, it's a good gun, but it shoots a little bit to the left. Just try have like small talk with about his pistol.
Yeah. He says, I think that's because you're not ready for something of its caliber, of her caliber. Perhaps.
You're probably right. Actually, I gotta admit that.
Perhaps something a bit smaller. And he looks up at the Warforged, who...
Is there any way I could try and sneakily cut myself out of the web whilst talking to them?
Sure, yeah, I'll allow that.
I just want to, yeah, like,
give me a sleight of hand for sure. Like, whilst the conversation is going, you're just being very slowly methodical. You've got one hand still like bound and hidden, essentially. But I'm sure you can
like
move it
reaching
enough.
from a dagger, maybe.
Yeah. In fact, the Warforged takes his hand off you. Oh yeah.
Yes.
You start you get the dagger out and you're sort of cutting away what's holding you to the chair in such a way that
Yep.
all the web is still there on the surface and still looks completely wrapped. Having you wrapped up, right?
Perfect. Yeah. That's fine. I'm just gonna like, just for thematically for me, I'm just imagining like that nail polish varnish is just on the table, like on the desk, as to where I'm sitting. So whilst just talking about the gun, like guns and that kind of thing, I'm just gonna like break off out of the thing, out of the webs, and just grab for the nail polish varnish, have a little bit of swig.
Oh, so you do break out like instantly?
Oh yeah. Like it's just more. It's like, you know, I'm being really subtle about it. You know, it's just gone now into a business conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like nothing has fucking happened.
They what
try
helps
to regain some level of cool. You know what I mean in this situation?
Yeah, what helps you in this is that the Warforged, at a look from Halibran, the Warforged takes his hand off yours, the one that was like, you know, pinned to the table, and opens a like a part of himself in their chest, and pulls out a what appears to be a single chamber boom crane.
Right. Okay.
And puts it down on the table in front of the captain.
Yeah. Cool. And then maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll just go like have a swig of the nail polish and go. Ooh, that's actually quite lovely. You're probably right. 6 chambers is a little bit too much for me. May I?
And he kind of just sort of nods his head slightly. Meanwhile,
awesome. And I'll pick it up. And just look at it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you have making your way downstairs, Sorn. Is this right?
Yes, I was making my way downtown.
Yeah. You head downstairs. There, unfortunately, I think there was an update, so the auto moving you between levels doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
But you head down to the lower levels. If you remember, sort of in the bilges, and in there are you smell them before you see them. These big yak-like creatures, just sort of loitering around in the bottom of the ship. They've got sort of the big kind of ram horns, but like, you know, the low kind of pointiness of the ram horns. They've got kind of an oxen-like head. You know these as Rothe.
Okay.
These are sort of like a musk oxen. Typically, sort of like a buffalo-esque kind of thing.
Well, I'll see that. All Sorn was checking was to make sure that they weren't like human cargo.
Yeah. You do see, once the herd moves a little bit and you can see past the sort of glowing eyes, horned, you know, shaggy beasts, in the cells that you guys had in the bottom of the ship, you do see a Splug and what's his name? Who's the gnome? I forgot the gnome's name.
Anyway, we see him.
We know who he is.
Pauly is your friend.
Nesbit. Yeah, you see Splug and Nesbit.
My internet went funny again.
Yeah, you see Splug and Nesbit sort of in the far cage beyond all these creatures, just sort of sitting there looking a little bit despondent. They look fine.
I'll let them out of the cage.
You don't have the key, I don't think.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I won't. I'll just say to them, I'm going to get this cleared up, and I'll make my way back in. I feel like after that amount of time, like, do I walk back into Pauly getting handed a single shooter?
Yeah, well, like just after that, right? But he's just Like he's probably mid handling it. I think as you walk up. But before you come upstairs, Nesbit does say to you, he's like, "Out your depth, kind of. The ship's under attack. You can. They locked us up in here and then torturing us with these shaggy beasts. They've said, you can't smell it, you dumb Drow, but they set charges all across the ship. You can. You better shoot. They're gonna blow the sky high. It wasn't me fault this time. I didn't set the lake on fire. I have a good alibi for that."
I'm just gonna look at Nesbit as I walk out and just nod and go, "Okay." You're the one with the explosives, though. I don't get that vibe from them. They like to shoot things. You like to blow them up. Is it you? You sure?
Me and Razzie. Wow. I've got
as well.
Yeah. Like as you leave, like he's still just yelling at the empty room after you've gone, or yelling at the Rothe. I guess he's like, "No, you dumb bro! I got an alibi for that. It might have been Ratty though. We can't be sure what Ratty has."
Actually, do I see Rage and Rolls as I walk back up?
No, I think he's gone. I think he's zapped back to whatever plane of existence. Oh wait, sorry. No, that was who was that? That was our guest. No, you don't see the ghost captain anywhere.
Damn it!
You don't see Kingston.
Well, I'll walk back in, and as I see Pauly mid handling of a pistol of some sort, I'll be like, I'll look across the table and be like, "Oh, we're giving out presents now. Where's mine?"
I'm just going to go to Sorn. I'm just going to say to Sorn, do we have slaves down there?
No slaves.
Oh, okay, fine.
He called them cows. I don't know what a cow is, but there's a Rothe. They're fine. Don't worry about it.
Would I know what Rothe are?
You'd have no idea, Pauly, I don't think.
Yeah, the Rothe, the big thing, horns, shaggy. Yeah.
Right, is Nesbit okay?
He's locked up. We'll sort that out. Where the fuck is mine? We gave you 6 shots. You give him 1. Where's my 5?
You returned it to me with only 1 shot left, so you get 1.
Is Nesbit okay?
A shot in a minute. He's fine.
Okay, as long as Nesbit's fine, they're okay with me.
Do I have something that could look like a shot?
The shot glasses.
Yeah, I'll pull out a shot glass and I'll pour a shot. No, I don't have any of the bullets. You have them all.
I thought you had one. I thought you had one.
No,
I
I have a drawing. I took a drawing of it.
I have an extra. I have 1 extra actually.
Yeah, but no,
if you remember,
I
took one. I loaded it with 1, and I had another one.
Yeah. Let me try something first though. I pull out a bottle of some liquor that I have, and grab a shot glass off the shelf, and I pour a shot and put it on the table. Like, there's your shot. Now give me one.
He just looks up at you, is like sort of shrugs and kind of lifts the glass, and it's like, we didn't bring any booze with us.
I'll throw him the whole bottle. give me one of those.
He pours you a shot of liquor. He pours 5 shots, for 1 for everyone in the room, but the golem doesn't pick it up.
I'll take the golem.
Can I just loudly whisper to Mac Calibran? It's so hard to find good crewmates these days.
I'm gonna backhand Pauly across the.
Yeah, literally, and I'll take it completely with just not saying anything.
It's like, shut up, you! I want one of those things, and I'll take the construct shot as well, and I'll do his and then mine.
Yeah,
and put them both on the
table. Calibran says, "I can put you in touch with someone who can manufacture cartridges and ammo for these things. You'll need someone with the knowledge of." We call it gunpowder. It's powder that goes inside the gun.
Is it like black powder? Nesbit seems to love that shit.
It's a kind of refined version that requires a lot of niter, bat guano, and magic.
Wait. This is called a gun? I've been calling it a boomcree.
your word does sound cooler.
What would you call your one of those things?
Oh, she, her name is, Penelope.
Penelope.
But what kind of thing is it? Like, is it like the one that he's holding? You call a gun. What do you call this? Like Penelope? Yeah, sure. But what is the instrument called? Not what you name it.
Oh, in our circles, we might call it a pistol.
Out of character, I'm guessing it's a flintlock.
The one he's given you, definitely. I think, yeah, the one he's got is sort of like an advanced
Revolver.
kind of flip.
It's
It's
like
a flintlock with like a revolver chamber.
Yeah. Okay, right.
So it's sort of like you could load it with 6 shots, but then you'd have to go. You do a lot of work to redo those 6 shots.
I'm just gonna say. Okay.
I'm thinking like if you know Graves from League of Legends, where he's got the big like he's got the revolver piece, but it's like in a musket like cannon.
Yes. Yeah. No, I understand what you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say. Okay. I don't want to be put in touch with someone who can make one of those puny little things that you've handed my compatriot here. I want someone who can make one of those. And I just pointed his gun again. I want that.
Sure. Well, I mean, you'll probably have to find some grandmaster level artificer, or perhaps I don't know, some sort of devotee of the forge who understands such things. There aren't many of them in Faerun, but out past, you may be in luck. As out past the Sword Coast and the Sea of Swords, west past the Moonshay Isles full of smugglers and pirates, you're about to travel 3 10-day until you arrive in the New World.
The New World? I don't know if the New World is just up there for me. I've never been out of this darkness.
Pauly gets a little bit excited. And he's like, the New World's real?
It is.
Can I backhand Pauly again? I'm busy here. I'm trying to figure this out.
No. I will go. I will kind of just look back and he's like, so Sorn, 1 second. The New World is real.
I don't know what that is. I don't understand.
What you may have called the Sea of Loss, because no one had ever come back from. While you've been under here, while you've been squirreled away in the Underdark, we've been hearing reports. Sailors have returned.
And you said 310, like 30 days of travel?
Yeah.
Okay. Just writing it down, sorry.
Sure. Yeah, they work in base 10 because I'm lazy.
And then maybe, you know what, actually?
10-day weeks.
Just to that way, like it's not just me kind of like ad-libbing that. Can I roll a history check to see how much I know of this new world?
Yeah. I would let you do history or even survival if you've got it. Maybe.
Nah, history's
it's all the same.
History's at least +1.
Sure. Yeah.
14.
Yes. So I think you would have heard of the Sea of Loss. Mm-hmm. Though it probably you never went out that far west with the giants, with the giant crew. Mm-hmm. I think you probably stuck to the Sea of Swords and sort of inland because you weren't constrained to the water.
Yeah.
And in fact, why would you go out over the water for hunting your other ships when there's so much booty to be obtained on the Sword Coast and inland?
Yeah. The beauty of being sky pirates.
Yeah. Like, that's a lot of empty space to cover for maybe nothing. You do know that there was always rumors of, obviously, like, great sea creatures and so on, but the main one was there was some sort of sea creatures that would pull you, if you tried to venture out west, would, scuttle your ship and pull you down. People who came back, on like a rowboat or something, raved about giant sea monsters and sirens pulling them into the depths, pulling their crewmates into the depths.
Okay. So you have information of this new world.
Oh, I've already lined up a buyer.
And you want us to take these Rothe, you said, right, Sorn?
Indeed.
To Pasulara.
Mm-hmm.
Look, we do need to finish our business here in the Underdark. Would I know where Pasulara is?
Probably not. No.
No. Okay. Whereabouts is Pasulara?
Well, if you head west past the sea gate, what has been started to refer to as the Sapphire Kingdom. You head west, you'll go through an archipelago of small tribal regions. There's a consortium out there calling themselves the Emeraldian Trading Company.
And this is all in this new world?
That's right. They've turns out they've got their own power struggles and wars, and for a group with a fast ship and perhaps someone who can move things around without too much attention, a fair bit of coin can be made, although their coin is weird. It's not quite like our coin. It spends just as well. I'm sure that mercenaries of your persuasion will be able to get there and avoid the revenue and bring it to my contacts in Pasulara.
And this artisan you said that can make cartridges, is he also in this new world?
They have some interesting relics and artifacts over there. Stuff we have never seen before. But no, my artisan friend will meet you in Waterdeep to supply you if you need. And he sort of waves a finger, and the Warforged kind of opens up a panel on his arm and drops a small pouch in front of you. And you can instantly smell sort of the sort of settled gunpowder smell that was very similar to the cartridges you'd handled before. And he says, to get you started, those seas are going to be a bit rough. Plus, you can afford it.
How many cartridges?
You undo the drawstring bag, and there's 15 in there.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. Am I keeping it as just the pistol or the boomkree? It's the same weapon essentially still, right?
Yeah. Just you have to spend an action to reload.
Yeah. Okay.
Rather than being able to take 6 shots before reloading.
Cool. Do you know if the cartridges are actually in D&D Beyond?
I don't think so. I think you could probably just call them like pistol bullets or whatever. But it's just in my eye, you would put a small, like they're almost like a little cloth bag that slides in ahead of the bullet, right? Because you need something to ignite.
There's Exandria pistol bullets.
Ammunition. Yeah, just put that in. So you've essentially gotten 15 small lead pellet balls and 15 of the little bags of gunpowder.
Actually, so their one's going bundle sizes of 20, so I'll just add...
I'll just do 20. Just do 20 then, that's fine.
Yeah, cool. Alright, cool. Added that in there.
I'm going to interject again and say, well, he gets something. Do I get anything for this trip?
Oh, you get to look after some Rothe. That's always fun.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Hey,
and I just stare him down very, very angrily.
Hey, Dragon Killer, don't you have those little gachapon things?
This is true, and I walk out of the room and I go looking for a way to get to Fantasy Bunnings. Just knocking on walls like, hello? Actually, no, I wouldn't know that. This character wasn't alive the last time we saw the guy that came from there.
Yeah.
Maybe I told you of Fantasy Bunnings, and then
and you didn't believe him at the start until you got a token.
I just with that, I tip my hat, walk out, and just start knocking on doors. Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
What are these
some
doors?
sort of surface magic.
every so often, I'll pop my head back in the room. Like, Pauly. How do I get to this place? This magical place of wonder that you told me about that night we were drinking.
You have to look up into the north sky. Look 4 stars across.
I'm gonna
for the
send you
northern
into the
star.
north sky if you keep fucking with me. And so I'll just walk
Anyway,
back
yeah,
in and just
okay.
sit on the couch.
Yeah, so basically, like Pauly's like, yeah, he's like, oh, I'll put the pistol away and then just say thank you. Thank you for being so courteous. Courteous.
He says, "Yeah, and that's fine. This is, I mean, think of it as an investment, as I'm ensuring that you get this delivery there, which is going to make me a lot of money, and is going to work off some of your debt."
I'm just gonna say I take 25% from the
Well-
couch. I'm sitting with my feet crossed over, my hat tipped. I'm like, I'll take 25%.
That's very noble of you to take 25% of his debt to me.
No,
Pauly,
your earnings.
You have truly loyal friends.
Thank you very much.
I'm just gonna fucking throw a little bit of a like someone gets angry
if you
and
could-
like
if
something
you could just
flies
put-
at the wall.
If you can put just 50% of that debt into Winfred as well in the name of Winfred.
Make it
that'd be great.
75. He would love this. A very courteous friend of ours.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, yeah. So,
Um,
no, great. No, well, actually, okay. All right. Look, you've got me here, and I can't say otherwise. And, how much is this debt? Are we talking?
He says, "Well, like any good debt, you should know, Pauly, that it'll be done when we think we're even. And you make this delivery for us, all these Rothe get there safe and sound. I mean, you're certainly on your way to making it back to me, although I have just given you a weapon. I have given you something of excellent craftsmanship. So that goes in the red column. And he reaches up and sort of lifts. You see him hefting a sort of a leather pouch that says "Bad Grimsbane Motherfucker" on it.
Yeah.
And he's like, I mean, with this, you're probably about half done.
How much was in Thorendir's pouch again?
Most of our money. I had like 500 gold, like
I had
on me.
all of my gold on me. I was smart enough to take it.
Yeah, basically, but I think all of Winfred's money's gone. Let's just say for thematic purposes, yeah, my money's gone too. Cool.
Well, no, I think you did take some money, or you kept some money from yourself, but you guys did give him a lot of the money from the casino. So total, Thorendir has 4,182 gold pieces.
There we go. Yeah, that's fair.
So he says that plus the job you're about to do for me, minus the pistol that I'm giving you, plus minus the ammo too.
That was a gift.
That shit ain't free. It's an investment, but I expect to see dividends. I expect to see returns on this investment.
I mean, after so graciously giving back your precious item and your precious weapon, you must understand that, of course, the pistol was a gift. It was just a good exchange, the sign of good faith on both halves. I am more than willing to work off some of this debt as long as we get more jobs and we take cuts out of said job. I've got to pay the crew, otherwise mutiny happens,
You don't pay me
so-
shit. Thorendir pays me.
So if you send us good jobs, I'm more than happy to work with you.
Well, I have contacts in Waterdeep and a contact out in the west in the New World. Through them, I believe I can. There'll definitely be more jobs available for a pioneering bird such as yourself and a discerning fixer like me. There has been a bit of an upset with the powers that be, playing havoc with trade. the ocean elves have emerged and put the region into a bit of a spin.
Oh, I know all
And
about them. Them elves.
yes, you know that perhaps these ones, they look to sink islands and sink land masses, and they don't quite like what overworlders have to offer them. And so they've turned their attention away from keeping people out of the Sea of Loss, and they've turned their attention inwards towards the small kingdoms and khanates and trading companies of the West, which gives us an opportunity to get in. And everyone's vying for power. A thumb, or even perhaps a feather on the scales, could tip it in our favor.
Sorn's just looking back at. I'm just gonna call her Quinn. Looking back at Quinn and asks for he's trying to just like flirt with her a little bit. He's like, he's just lost all fucking interest again. He's like, just like taps her on the shoulder, like, excuse me. Hi. I was Sorn Bright Eye. How you doing?
She sort of turns her head down. The rose-colored bifocals kind of slip down a bit. And she kind of looks at you, raising an eyebrow, and a little bit of a smile on her face, and she passes you the pipe.
I will take a big hit of that pipe.
All right. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Yep. It's a 21.
Oh, like a champ. Like you've done it 1,000 times.
I blow a ring.
Yeah. And she looks a little impressed. You can see that she was expecting you to fuck that up. I think we all were. I think everyone in chat was expecting you to fuck that up too.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no, she seems kind of impressed, and you see her like loosen up, like her stance kind of loosens up a bit. And she says, so you're headed to the surface?
I believe so. Would you like to accompany us?
Unfortunately, I've got jobs I've got to do here for now. But if you're ever in Waterdeep, you can look me up.
Sounds good. And I'll ask her for her full name and where to meet her.
She hands you like a folded up piece of paper that has her name on it, Sandra Quinn. And she says, and she just sort of like, her hand kind of glows blue for a second, and then she kind of bonks you on the nose and says, come on, you're a magical boy. You'll figure it out.
Yes, I will. And I just sort of wink at her, and then I sit back down, put my feet up on the table, and just have a swig of my drink.
And there's that thing where, like, you know, for the next however long you guys are talking, the immovable golem is kind of just standing there, completely impassive. Pauly and Calibran kind of chatting with each other about different aspects of the West, of the New World. And meanwhile, Quinn and Sorn, despite her standing near the door and him, like, you know, lounging on the couch, kind of looking at her suggestively, you know, the sexual tension over the next few minutes starts building and building.
He's doing the Jeff Goldblum shirt unbuttoned. Just
leaning on the trying to pretend like it's not for her, but yeah, we all know. We all know.
The scars on his chest.
This is how I relax, baby.
The scars all along his chest. He's just, not a lot of hair because it's all just scars, but it's just like, it doesn't look very good.
And I can only imagine the scars sort of look a little bit like lightning, like the white lines along the black skin.
It looks like he's been struck by lightning.
Mm-hmm. Good. Cool. Is there any other questions either of you had for Captain Calibran?
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, I think that's a good plan. You must understand we do have to finish our business also here in the Underdark. we need to, just kill a maniacal tyrant dictator, and then get our ship fully fixed by these gnomes in Blingdenstone, and then we can do this absolutely.
Sorn will just wave his hand like, "Don't worry, it's no big deal," and then look back at Quinn and wink.
That's why I chose you. I knew you were going to go through the blink. You were going to reopen the Blingden lock. So I hear.
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's
I mean,
us.
fingers crossed.
Well, I mean, good luck to you. Please keep the Rothe safe. They're worth more if they all arrive alive. And I think this might have been for you. And he sort of pushes forward the little Winfred box towards you.
All right, I'll open it up.
Okay. Inside are a couple of pieces of paper. One of them does say at the top, "To Pauly." Should I do the Winfred voice?
Yes.
To Pauly. I'm really sad about the egg. I'm gonna go back to the forest now. I'm not really good with maps, but me and Chewie will figure it out on our way, okay? If you see Ymir, please tell him I said sorry. I felt really bad about leaving him there in that cave. Maybe you were right. Adventuring is not really my thing. I have left you my chronolol the chrono thingy from Winfred.
The what thing?
The chronolometer.
What's that?
His special time stop thing that he got.
Oh, cool. So wait, Winfred just left us.
Underneath, you see more pages. One to Thorendir, one to Sorn.
What does mine say?
What do you do? I mean, Pauly, you're looking at these. You're holding the pieces of paper.
This is true.
I'm gonna I'll probably just get a bit visibly shook. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna shake a little bit, and I'm gonna hand the one that says to Sorn, just to Sorn, and then kind of just sit there for a second, and then actually I might just go, right, Mac. It's been a pleasure, mate. Thank you for letting me use your beautiful gun. We'll get this job done, but I've got some pretty important things to work out with my crew, and then I'll go to shake his hand and just say, we'll take the job, of course, and hopefully we'll see you in the new world.
Yeah, he says, right, so stands up, grabbing his hat from the table, putting it back atop his head, big gloved hand out, shakes your hand. He is gentle, he's not bone crushing, but he does, I guess, shake the hand with a broken finger, which probably doesn't feel great. Or dislocated finger, I guess.
Yeah.
But there's the shit-eating grin of a dishonest man looking directly in your eye. And,
I respect it.
Yeah. He can walk sideways through a corkscrew, you believe. And he sort of sweeps out of the room.
And then as just before he walks out, I guess we'll see you in Waterdeep.
He says, probably. If Dan can remember how to do the voice, then sure.
And I'll look at Quinn and say, I will be seeing you in Waterdeep, and wink.
She sort of pushes the glasses back up so you can't see her eyes anymore, but kind of purses her lips in a bit of a smile, and then walks out of the room. And whilst you're staring at it, trying to get I assume, a great look at her butt, your view is obscured by just a slow lumbering metal man as he plods his way out the door.
Buns of steel.
That's right.
I'll then look at Pauly real quick, see that he's like visibly.
I basically, I dropped all levels of same kind of shit-eating grin charm shit the second I saw the letter, and then got pretty fucking serious.
All right, I'll open up my letter.
All right.
While he's reading, I'm just going to go, what the fuck?
To Sorn, I didn't really know what to put here. Thanks for being all magical and stuff. I never really found our way to make this stuff work. Maybe you'll find some use of it. And then there's a little picture of... he's left a crescent moon necklace, like a little silver necklace. And then he's drawn a picture of a sword on there as well.
Okay, I'll add the on the
So
the back of the letter or something. I'm guessing.
Yeah, he's drawn a picture of the sword. Now he tells me that he had a sword called the Dodecahedron of Doom. I don't think it was a sword. I think it was just a dice. So he's left you a dice and a necklace. I think Jakub didn't know what he had. In fact, is it even in here?
Does this mean Jakub's leaving our party?
It means Winfred's leaving your party.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well,
Yeah, so he had a Dodecahedron of Doom, which is you roll the dice, and depending on which side comes up, different things happen.
and I'll get the notes for that and add that in.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Let's see if I can... There we go.
Good. I can't highlight in
Foundry? Damn.
Foundry anymore.
I can send it to you later if you like.
Yeah, that works.
Oh, and he has his moon sickle. Maybe it wasn't... No, it wasn't a necklace.
The moon sickle.
Yeah.
That
So
I'm guessing is just like
It's a +1 sickle that glimmers softly with moonlight.
Isn't it cursed that it can talk?
Every time he held it, so it talked to him at least.
Yeah.
I've got it in my inventory. The moon sickles are already a thing, so I've added that.
Yep.
And then I'll remove that necklace that I just added.
Yeah, I don't know what he was he had a Kraken's Tooth necklace. Maybe that's what he was thinking about.
Okay.
So he might have left you the Kraken Tooth necklace.
I'll take it.
Fucking yeah, bro. Shakas. Got my Kraken Tooth necklace. Pauly, do you read the one to Thorendir?
Yeah, I'll read it to Thorendir, correct, yep.
So, to Thorendir, thanks for fixing my pot, but I don't think I'm sliced, stabbed, cut out for this. I don't really know what to do with the clinky things you gave me, but I know it makes you happy, so you can have them back. And there's 2 gold coins in there.
So currently, as in the party fund, we have 2 gold.
Thank God we have
or something.
Yeah, thank God we have zombie fucking crewmen, and if we kill the Pudding King, I hope they got the weight previously of Winfred down, because they were going to pay his weight in gold.
This is true. He was 900 pounds.
Yeah.
Every time from here on out that Sorn says how heavy Winfred was, he gets progressively heavier. He was 1,000 pounds.
He was 10,000 pounds of bear!
It was an immense bear man thing. All right.
Yes,
and then,
we're going to need that money.
yeah. Sorn will take some time and just say to Pauly, what do you think we go get acquainted with our... Oh shit, we didn't get the key to let out Nesbit.
That's fine. Let him stew in there for a bit.
Okay.
Didn't you mention there were some charges, or is that what I heard screaming from the bottom?
Nesbit said something about some charges. I think he said them. I'm sure it's nothing. I think he's just being Nesbit, you know.
I'd probably and then I'll probably just I'm probably gonna get pretty sad and damn. Look, Sorn, I'm sorry if I reacted badly. It threw me when the egg was smashed. It just reminded me of things that I was afraid of.
I'll just say no more. I understand.
But no, it's important I say this. I'm sorry. I feel like I have driven Winfred away, and that was not my intention whatsoever.
No, that stupid Ember Chad. He drove Winfred away, and he will get his comeuppance one day. We will make this right. But by the looks of things, I'm sorry to just try to jump into shoes right away, but it appears that it's just the two of us now, so I am now first mate.
No. Splug.
I will throw him overboard.
Then it's Kingston Rage and Rolls, and you can't argue with that one.
I haven't seen Kingston in a minute. I looked for him before to ask about the charges. He's gone.
And I mean, look, you are above Nesbit, but that's because he's so cute when he swabs decks.
So I'm first mate.
Yeah.
Splug can be quartermaster. No, Rage and Rolls can be quartermaster. I will be first mate, because I am the one that can drive conversation. They do not follow us off the ship.
All right, you can be the bosun.
No, first mate. I'd rather be a horseman than a bosun.
All right, okay. Then I will teach. Then I will teach you the ways of how to be a first mate.
Oh, I immediately upon hearing this, is there that? How far away was that bookstore?
Can I, wait. Before we do this as well, can I just be like, but you're on an internship for the first mate. You're on a trial period, a 30-day trial period.
You're on a trial period on my fucking short fuse right now, Pauly.
This is how they do it in Aaraockra pirate ships. You're on a 30-day trial of Wing Ra, where you get to be my wingman and go Ra.
You never have to pay for WinRAR, but I mean, you know,
judging by how I just.
And if you keep talking smack to me, I could keep you on that 30-day trial for fucking ever.
That's right. You'll be getting my WinRAR.
All right, fair enough. How far was the bookstore that I went to?
I mean, it's just sort of in town. In the marketplace and stuff. You certainly have the ability to go there if you want.
I just say to Pauly real quick, I'll be back in a jiffy.
All right, you got an hour. You got an hour before we set sail.
No. We have quite a while. I have ordered something special. We have to wait. I'm sorry.
What did you order?
My cloak. I was going to say 8
sorry.
hours. We've still got a few hours to go.
Okay. All right. Well, luckily it's Aaraockra hours, so you know that's close to 8.
I'll just say I'll be back in a jiffy. I've running through town. Run to this bookstore. I run in and say, quick! Do you have a copy of First Mate Piratery for Dummies?
So I'm trying to remember how. It's Thorn, is it?
That's right.
Welcome back to the First Mate, you say? And he sort of waddles, his little dragonborn tail swooshing back and forth as he leads you down stacks of books.
I really hope it's like homoerotic fan fiction. That's what I'm really hoping for.
Sorn will take it. Like if he's got to learn how to be a first mate, whatever he gets handed, that's what he's learning.
Yeah,
he doesn't know this.
He puts he's like, hold out your hand, and he just starts stacking books onto it. He's like, the Pirate's Code Treatise of Thurfethers, First Mate and their mateship first. Burning rigging. I think this one is a bit steamy.
I'll just say how much gold? How much do you need?
For you, sir. I mean, you can borrow them if you are. Will you be returning them? Perhaps with their. Please return them with their pages not stuck together. We've been having a problem lately.
Wait. I'm asking for manuals on how to learn. What kind of handing me?
You'll learn a many thing, I'm sure, sir. Yes, it's all for learning, as they always say. I read them for the articles.
Yeah, I mean that's the beauty of the Pirate Code. The Pirate Code is a smart book.
All right, I'll say I don't know when I will return, but
20 silver, sir.
All right, how about I give you 1 gold piece and I return them when I am back in town?
Perfect. If I could just have you, and for the next hour, you're filling out a library card create an account. No, I don't want the subscription. No, I don't want the extra stuff. Unless you do, I don't know.
Card to my now I'll just take the library card. I've added it
Yeah.
to my notes. I have a library card now.
Perfect.
Hell yeah.
And he says, "Oh yes, we have multiple locations in the dragons. No, the bookworm franchise."
Please, that's WYRMS.
Yes, yeah.
Good.
We have multiple franchises in the bookworm, so you may return them anywhere, and we all speak to each other. So return them in good order.
Done. Do you have one in Waterdeep?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic.
Believe it's in Troll Skull Alley.
Fantastic. I will deliver it back there once I am done reading. I don't know what I've run like I asked for like can I get a paper bag for this? Some sort.
He gives you a discreet brown paper bag.
All right, fantastic. I pop them in the bag. I run back to the ship and say, Pauly, I've got some reading to do. But as I run past, Pauly sees like the cover of one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. Can I grab like just one of the books out of the bag?
Absolutely.
All right. So, did you sign up for the membership?
I got a library card.
All right. So this is the first rule of piracy, and I throw the book in the water.
I throw Pauly in the water.
Yeah.
No,
I think it's like an over the shoulder thing, like the first rule of piracy. Whoop, you don't need fucking this.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
that's exactly it.
Did you just Luke Skywalker him as if he was Rey?
Yep.
Oh, man. I hate it. Well, I'm just gonna go. Well, I want...
And then wait. The next book though, I'm gonna look at it and go, no, but that one's really good. Okay, like page 43, man, one of the steamiest sex scenes I've ever read.
Sex scenes. I'll walk straight back to the bookshop and just hand the 2 remaining books back and say, I don't need these ones. I'll return the other one in Waterdeep. And then I'm now.
By this time, I think a couple of hours have passed, surely, like going back and forth, yeah.
Which one was thrown overboard? Because now I need to find a copy of it.
The non-steamy... which... I can't even remember the 3 titles I gave you now. There was Burning Rigging. That was obviously one of the steamy ones.
Pirate Code something.
The Pirate Code something. And First Mates First, I think.
So
that was probably the one that he threw away. He was like, oh, this one. First Mates First. Yeah, Pauly was like, no, fuck that one. That one's crap.
Yeah.
Okay,
the pirate code's what was the? I know there was the really smutty one.
First mates first in brackets. Locate, copy.
Yeah, good.
Alrighty. So how long would you say we've been?
I think you've been at dock for maybe since you got back. Probably going back and forth. Probably been sort of 2-3 hours. Running around like headless Paulies.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna be like kind of somber, but like, wait, can I find the whole crew there still?
The whole crew in the sort of in the bilges, in the cages downstairs.
Right, I'm gonna let everyone but Nesbit out.
We don't have a key. On my walk back, I found a nice big tricorn hat.
Good. Like a little too big.
Can I? Yeah. He's got to grow into it, you know.
Yeah. Is it a hard brim or a little bit floppy at the edges?
It's like an old tricord where it's like folded, all of it's folded down, so it's just a really big wide brim hat with a feather.
Yes,
like I found it in the street, and it was like, yes,
good.
Can I lockpick that cage and let everyone else out except Nesbit?
Sure, yeah. With enough time, I think, yeah, you don't even need to make a roll for that. You're able to click the lock. What do you tell them when you turn up? Because I think, Splug's probably like, first bait Pauly.
Oh, I was the captain. We always said
Were
that.
you the captain?
I was the captain, but we I didn't give a fuck about the actual cabin because
right.
That's
Okay, so Captain Pauly.
Yeah. No, I was the captain. Thorendir was like but I mean, look,
he was in charge.
Out of character, I was going to end up making him that, but
Sure.
yeah.
So as you get down there,
and I were talking captain to captain.
Nesbit is like, you daft wee birdie, let me out of this cage. We're put in here by a bloody metal man. He smelled the gunpowder and spit and shit. Let me at him.
And he did. And you're right, he did. And look what I've got. And I pull out the pistol. Like everyone else is out now, right? I've given them orders to start getting the ship ready to set sail.
And he's like about to walk past you, but you've like distracted him with this thing, yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna throw one of the cartridges just into the cage. So he runs in for it.
Yeah. And he just pulls it up and just rips open the fabric just like a little bit and just you can just taste the explosions that we could make with these.
I'll remove one because I feel like he's destroyed that. And be like, yes.
And he's like, salty.
Yeah, and yes, and you know what I'm going to have you do, my little powder monkey?
And he's just like looking really fucking. Just his face is sort of in a rictus of a grin.
I want you to learn.
Eyes wide.
Yeah, I want you to learn how to make these for me.
Oh, Ratty and I could make these in a wink of a. If you bring us, just like a little bit more. I can keep this one. You're saying I can keep this one?
I'm saying you can keep that one.
Give me some time and the right tools. You can. I'll be taking this apart. I'll make you a mountain of this stuff. We'll blow up the bloody Demogorgon.
Deal, and I will supply you with as much powder as you want. I'm really trying to allure him in. This is basically like dirty talk for Nesbit, you know?
Yeah. And he's sort of getting closer and closer to you, and closer to, I guess, the door. Just sort of like, and you're saying we could blow, you can get me the stuff to make this? And he's sort of, scratching himself a little bit. He's like, we could blow up just about anything.
Yes, we can. But there's also one more thing I ask of you, Nesbit.
Oh, aye, you sneaky bird-dropping, flying, cawing motherfucker.
If you want more of these cartridges, if you want all of the powder you can, you need to do one thing for me.
So it's like, you put us under, is it?
Yes. You can have as much powder as you want, as long as you sit on my shoulder.
Oh,
I'm very serious about this.
Yeah. He looks at you, looks at the bag he's holding, looks up at you.
Dangle the pistol in front of him.
Yeah, he looks up at you, looks down at the bag he's holding, looks up at you, and he's like, "You're a motherfucker, you can." And he just walks over, cradling the bag, starts climbing up your arm.
Oh, God.
Pauly is very happy.
So how are we going to do this? We're going to use for future sessions, we're going to use the Strongholds and Followers rule set, which I'll send to you. So he'll act on your initiative, and the way Followers work in these rule sets by Matt Colville is if you roll and hit and succeed with a hit, your follower will be able to give a little bit, or essentially do a little bit of extra damage too. If you miss, they miss, right? But then you don't have to roll for them to hit, etc. It's just if you hit, they also get the opportunity to do a little bit of damage, and he will have an ability he can use essentially once per day instead.
Right.
So that'll be some kind of knock them on their ass, distraction, explosion, or something.
Perfect.
But I'll work out exactly what that is.
Yeah,
I was looking at it the other day, so there's that, and that's but he does have health.
I understand that. I don't plan to bring him into battle very often. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's more one of those things that thematically, I have him on my shoulder in important points. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, or like if we're like sailing the ship,
Yep.
that kind of thing. And then like maybe at the start of a battle, I'll have him fire the pistol off my shoulder.
Yes. So from one of the ones I looked at, I think his ability will be if you hit, he does like a little bit of extra damage. And then once per day, he can essentially throw a flat bomb that will cause them to make a saving throw, your enemy to make a saving throw, and if they fail, they get knocked prone.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So it'll be like he does some sort of small explosion that knocks them over, and as you both level up, he will get access to other explosions types as well.
Perfect.
So yeah.
Great.
And I'll see if I can do something similar for the rest of the crew that you still have, just in case.
Yeah, great.
But yeah, they have essentially the crew have like 4 health, and if they take damage because they're on you or because someone targets them specifically, they don't take HP damage. Like they just lose one of those like 4 kind of health things.
And then maybe after this game, I'll talk. Actually, we'll talk after the game. We'll talk
Yeah,
after the game.
cool.
Yeah, awesome.
But there is a rule set for it that it's pretty cool. So
I'd love to teach. I'd love to like train him how to make the ammo. If that makes sense.
Sure, you can start that journey for sure.
Yeah, like I understand it'd be a big journey, but I want to teach him.
Yeah.
How to make it.
Cool. Sorn?
I'll return back to the ship and see that everyone's back on deck. And I'll just yell down the stairs, Pauly!
And then, Pauly will come up the stairs with Nesbitt on his shoulder, looking really fucking smug about it too.
He'll just look at Pauly and be like, well, what have you done now? What is happening?
I'm gonna just point to Nesbitt, and then I'm guessing he's just still sniffing the gunpowder.
Yeah, he's like sitting on your shoulder like one of those chimpanzees at the zoo, that you feed at the zoo, holding like this little like marshmallow sized satchel of gunpowder that's been torn open, and he's just like smelling it. And then on his shoulder is Ratty.
Oh god, it's like we have a totem pole.
It's like drow nesting dolls.
That makes me so happy.
I'll be like, it looks like you've gained an accessory for your shoulder. What do you think of my hat?
Ratty isn't an accessory.
Anyway, what do you think of my hat?
Huh? It's a bit big, isn't it?
It's fantastic.
Yeah, but it's one of those things. You always wonder about a man whose hat's too big for his head.
Says the overly colorful bird person.
Hey, this is genetic, okay? I can't control that I'm this beautiful.
And I can't control that I have an affinity for large hats.
And it's like, all right, well, you got some big hats to fill then, mate.
Yep, I'll fill them.
Splug was a great first, mate. You got to keep up.
Splug can go. I don't even know. Splug can go suck a lemon.
Like smash cut to Splug.
1950s New York gangster now.
Smash cut to Splug in the kitchen, picking up random objects off the kitchen table that he's preparing food for, and like sucking thoughtfully on a lemon. Before like going, and then like squeezing it into a salad.
I'll just recount how much time has passed and like.
How many hours? Wait, so it's been like what, 3-4 hours? You said
3-4 hours, and yeah, so you can
maybe I'll like. Is there a general store close by, that supplies the ships and the docks?
Yeah.
I'll probably just buy us like 5 days worth of food for the crew and everything else too.
Sure. Yeah. Let's see. Do you have on your character sheet what your daily... I know Thorendir had it.
I believe Thorendir had all this stuff because he was the quartermaster.
Yeah, I think if you click on your cost or your money, it should have like lifestyle expenses.
Yep.
What?
My lifestyle expenses was comfortable.
Yep. So I assume you'd buy the same level for kind of everyone, maybe slightly less for everyone else.
I mean, look, I probably would just buy equal stuff. Like, the giant ship was definitely like captain first, and that's really it. And that's never how Pauly wants to run a ship.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
get us all crap food.
Yeah,
We'd all eat like shit.
typically, the prices are per day. So you were modest, was it?
Comfortable.
Comfortable. So comfortable is like 2 gold a day. Modest is like a gold a day, but because it's rations and it's probably for sailing. You're getting the hardtack and the.
I may have put that on the wrong one then. Probably modest sounds more appropriate.
Yeah, maybe comfortable when you're at shore leave and.
Yeah.
Well, you can go down to poor, which is sort of 2 silver a day. 5 days probably take you to get to Blingden Stone. Times a crew of 5-ish. And you've got a little bit left over, so what's that? 2 times 5 times 5?
Yep.
10, and then 50 silver?
50 silver? Okay, done.
Yep.
Perfect.
I will. I'll assume I went with Pauly. So Pauly goes to pay, and I hold my hand out and go, nope. I'm the first mate. I'll take care of this one. And
All right, get the nice stuff.
All right, done. 1 gold.
Well, 50 silver is like 5 gold, isn't it? Is it in tenths?
Oh yeah, 10 gold.
I don't know. I never look at the
I think 1 gold is
10 silver. Yeah. So 5 gold all up for the trip.
Yeah, 1 gold is 10 silver.
Yeah. All right. So 10 gold. All right. Remove 10 gold. No, because I'm buying the nice stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Doubling it. Yeah. Cool.
I bought the nice stuff. I'm making a good impression as first mate on my first day.
What Sorn doesn't know, because I guess he didn't watch my video on piracy and quartermastering, is that on a pirate ship, Pauly, you and I know this, the code states that after expenses, everyone gets an equal 1 share, except for the captain, who gets 2 shares, and the quartermaster gets 1 1/4 share.
Yeah, that's fine. Someone's just being nice.
Yeah. And actually, I think the barber surgeon gets 1 1/4 share, and then so does the doctor, possibly, or the any other kind of smart labor.
I mean, like realistically, that money that Thorendir had was the
share. Yeah, exactly.
Was the ship's money. So I'd probably say that we're running on the captain's money until we get some actual fucking money back in the ship.
Yeah, perfect.
How much money does Pauly have left?
I've got 500 gold, so we're okay.
Okay.
You keep afloat.
Do we have like a chest for ship expenses?
We did.
They took the pouch, but if I'll find us a little chest of some sort.
In all honesty, Thorendir had the notes on that. So
okay, I'll find us while we're ashore. I'll find us a little a little shoebox sized chest.
Yeah.
And I'll bring that back aboard, and I'll throw 100 gold pieces in it, and I'll just right on the top of it.
Yeah, we did have
ship expenses.
We did have it was an invisible chest. I don't remember. We grabbed this invisible chest.
We did. Where did we? Yeah, we don't know where that went.
It was in the captain's cabin.
All right. Well,
yeah. Someone spends the next hour kicking around looking for the chest. You do find it, but remember, so it is empty.
Actually, I actually have that in my notes. Inside invisible stone chest was 11 zircons worth 50 gold each.
Okay, then you have it. Yeah.
Filter of love, and then a pile of silver coins.
Well, yeah. So whatever was in Thorendir's wallet because you filled up his wallet after the casino heist.
That's correct. Yes.
That's gone.
Yeah.
But yeah. But anything that you put in that was in there, and if you want to specifically, so in D&D Beyond, you can create containers like a chest, and then you can put things in there. So you can actually move your gemstones to that chest if you like, so that we know that they are stored on the ship and not on your person.
You want me to track that?
Yeah, that'd be great, man.
Just DM me the
list.
List, and I'll create that right now.
Perfect.
Yeah, sure.
How do I add? I gotta wait for add items to load. That'd be why. All right, so I'll add. Can I add another backpack? Oh wait, can I just get a no? It has to.
If you go manage
chest,
manage inventory, I think you can go.
I can just add in a chest.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Cool.
And add items. There we go.
So I think the next couple of hours passes uneventfully until there is a sort of. Who is anyone like up on deck doing the final? I guess you're kind of doing the final things before departure.
Yeah, I'll definitely be doing the final stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. You see a couple of Drow approach the ship, Pauly.
All the weapons were loaded, weren't they?
Weapons.
The weapons from that we went to we came to Grim for.
Oh yes, yeah. Sorry, yeah. So yeah, they had been loaded. The zombies were in the process of loading them when you arrived.
Crap! The fucking giant thing, Dill.
Yeah, I know. How many? What's a pile of silver coins? Dan, how much would you say that is?
Let's say 50 silver coins.
Okay, I'll add that.
Because I know what that looks like in real life. And
silver coins.
Yeah, you do.
And then I'll make 50x silver coins added. And then I'm going to also add gold coins because I also threw some gold coins in there now.
I'd probably say anyway, like we've definitely fucking completely forgotten about that giant thing. That was just me mentioning that in the background.
Oh no, like Sorn still got it in the back of his head. Like he knows that he had to go back.
Well, he's totally forgotten. I'm just getting the ship ready to go. All right, so you said there's some Drow coming up to the ship?
So there is a yes, yeah. I was gonna say if you click on the coins in D&D Beyond, Dill, there is a settings next to manage coin that lets you turn on put coins in container, and it lets you track coins in a container, but then like still have the total. If you want to go real crazy with it, but yeah. So there's two Drow rocking up on the ship. While you hear Sorns in the captain's cabin, you hear clinking of coins. You hear "on my toe" as he finds the invisible chest. The sort of two slender, dark-skinned elves sort of stroll up to the base of the gangplank, but don't come up any further. One of them seems to be holding some kind of sort of wax paper package.
Yo! Hi there.
Do I hear
How
this
can I help?
exchange?
You hear the yo, how can I help? I guess. A delivery for Mr. Sorn. Was it Bright Eye? Mr. Sorn Bright Eye.
I wouldn't have given my surname to them. I've only given it to Quinn so far. Even the Quinn
sure. Sorry.
Intern
Mr. Sorn.
Mate. Yeah, intern first, mate.
I'm coming. I walk out.
Yeah, and then like there's that awkward pause where like Pauly's like kind of like twiddling his thumbs while he's waiting. He's like, yeah, he'll be here in a minute.
Yeah. Like the mum who has to get her child. He's got friends that have come to visit, and they stand there like they haven't.
Little play date. So Sorn, you have a play date.
Your friends are here. Ask them if they're hungry.
Yeah.
Mom, we don't need meatloaf. They wait at the base of the gangplank. They don't step foot on the gangplank.
I'll make my way out to them.
Drow like vampires. You have to invite them in.
They're very proper, these ones. Okay.
The lead Drow says to the sort of perhaps apprentice that's holding the package that says, "You will learn this. It is incredibly one way to lose a foot is to set it on someone else's ship without being invited."
I will walk to the foot of the gangplank.
And I'll say, listen to him. He's smart. And I'll just like dangle the pistol like in the younger one's direction.
Yeah.
I shoot a sharp eye back at Pauly.
And then Pauly will giggle and walk away.
Yeah.
And yeah, I walk down and I will collect my delivery.
Cool. Where are we here? So yeah, they deliver you this sort of wax paper packet. This sort of big sort of thing. It sort of takes two hands. It's obviously very, very soft inside. And the lead Drow says, "Sir, this is some of my finest work, if I do say so myself. I believe you will be very pleased with it.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm sure to bring you some more business the next time I come through, if it is as good as you say.
I call it a silk cloak of blurse placement.
Okay, what is there an item that's tied to that?
I have created a custom homebrew item. Try looking up Drow silk cloak of blurse placement.
Okay, I'm adding that to my thing. Let's have a look at this thing. All right.
So it has charges. By closing the clasp of the cloak, made of drow, silk, and displacer beast hide, you activate the power within the cloak that projects an illusion that makes you appear to be standing in a place near your actual location. For the duration, any creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against you. An attacker is immune to this effect if it doesn't rely on sight, such as blind sight, or can see through illusions as with true sight. Effectively, using an action to close the clasp of this cloak casts blur on yourself, which lasts for 1 minute, and you don't have to concentrate on it because it's the cloak doing it. And the charges are a reset at midnight.
Okay, fantastic.
Really
I
cool.
will unclasp my Pawafui,
Mm-hmm.
and like put that, pop that, like roll it up so it's nice and bundled, and put it into my pack.
Yep.
And I will throw the new cloak on over my shoulder, and feel it out a little bit, and I'll look at him and say, "I do believe you have outdone yourself."
Thank you, sir. I look forward to your custom sometime again. And safe travels on your journey. If you do make it back to Menzo Baranzan, please do speak highly of us.
Oh, I will. Not that I think I'll be welcome in Menzo Baranzan, but if I do... Actually, I might be doing you a disservice if I do. I'll speak highly of you to any travelers I come across and send them your way. How does that sound?
Perfect.
Okay, fantastic. And I tip my hat and I walk back up onto the ship. And I'll say, Pauly, I believe that I do have to go see some giants about a thing before we get out of here, because I do believe I made them a promise.
Pauly's going to like sigh. He's like, you've bloody been off the ship 4 times already. You know what I mean? Like, this is a pretty shitty start to your first mate times, mate.
We haven't shipped off yet.
Yes, but there's the important part of getting the ship ready to sail.
Yes, but we have not finished what we came here to do.
And if the first mate doesn't help with that, why should the crew?
Well, the crew doesn't have to do it until I return.
It takes a while to set sail, mate. I'm just saying.
But,
you're on thin ice here.
I'm going to put you on thin ice in a moment.
And I'm gonna go back to manning the sails while Sorn does that. Just muttering to myself, just can't get fucking good crewmates these days. Winfred.
Do you not want a giant feast before we leave?
No, we need to get going. This bloody Pudding King won't solve itself, and I really want to get to this bloody new world.
Sorn will just look longingly off the ship for a moment and think to himself, fuck it. He turns around and starts manning, like helping ready the ship. He's like, I'm sure the giants will be fine.
I don't like giants anyway, so
yeah, I'm sure they'll be okay. Whatever. And I'll help ready the ship. But as soon as the ship's readied, I will find a quarters fitting of my station a bit higher up the deck.
Is there a cupboard?
Did it come up? So this is what that cloak looks like for you, Sorn.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, I've got it in my. It came up in D&D Beyond as well, so I've got the image there too.
I'll just putting it on stream as well. The cloak of blur. So you can't really see.
Tassels are so sick.
I certainly didn't draw it. I put the who drew it in the D&D Beyond thing, but yeah. So those are the Displacer Beast tendrils, and it's difficult to see where the cloak starts and where it ends.
That's
It's very cleverly drawn.
I'll go, back towards where Thorendir's quarters were and open some of the doors once everything's...
Oh, hey, it's all working again.
Yeah, no, I had to click it.
All right.
And I'll find a...
I can't move, though.
All right.
Oh, is it because I want to... Yep. Oh, no, I'm outside the ship now. I'm swimming.
Oh, wait, you guys are tied together somehow? What have you done? What have you done, my poor boys?
There we go, I'm back. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'll just find a room. And yeah,
Oops.
I'll take a seat.
Is there a good cupboard? I feel like there's a good cupboard. No, that's perfect. Come here, Sorn. Come inside.
Oh god, yeah, I've seen it. I've seen the cupboard.
There you go.
I've seen it.
You need to be close to me at all times.
All right, I'm magical, so I'm gonna walk in here, shut the door, and then the room magically becomes bigger in Sorn's mind.
In his mind palace.
Space.
It's basically like Bender's room, you know. Futurama.
Yeah. There's another door once the door closes, and it's a huge apartment. But no one else knows of this. So Sorn's talking of this miraculous place that he lives that's bigger than the entire ship. But everyone's like, "You're crazy, man! Like, what are you fucking talking about?"
And then what I'll do actually is I'll come, Sorn, come here. It was funny for a bit, but come here. This can be your room, and then I'll bring you into here.
Oh. And the Sorn's gonna like walk back out, and he goes, "As first mate, I'll go be with the crew, I think." And he'll
No. You can have that. I'll tell you one thing. When it comes to superiority and leading a ship, there does have to be some level of difference between management and the peons.
Yes, but you're upper management. I'm lower management. I can go and be by.
Yes, I guess
I'll
you get
find
to.
a room.
I guess you can agree with them and then bitch about the boss. That's fine.
You can be the cool dad, the fun dad.
Yeah.
And then Sorn will just go below deck. And I believe there's a room here.
Pauly actually will take the cabin back. By the way, the captain's cabin. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorn will walk into where Nesbit is and say, "Nesbit, you've got new digs."
And then
your shoulder is upstairs.
He gets the cupboard. Yeah, he gets the cupboard just here. Yeah, perfect. The broom closet.
And I will. Yeah, I'll take the room that Nesbit was in, and I'll reshuffle everything. And I'll put a bed in here, and I'll make it very nice in my own.
Can I move? Wait, how big was that cage? Was big, wasn't it? Damn.
Yeah.
I'd love to have like a little cage for Nesbit in that broom closet.
We can work on that over the next 5 days as you make your way to Blingdenstone.
And I will, if it's no issue of anyone else, Sorn will meditate for a while if the time's right.
Yeah. I think, and that's a good place to call it there as we, see the ship slowly making its way on high tide away from the city of Grimm, leaving the belching smokestacks behind of the furnaces. As you see, in the smoke making its way up to the cavern roof, you do see a sort of glint of fire from a dragon as it sort of wends its way, landing on stalagmite buildings and exhaling its flames into the forges. The Ember Chad doing his ever-living work. And you sort of take turns sleeping, and on make your way to Blingdenstone, and you're all going to level up.
Hell yeah!
Definitely gonna mutter as we leave, I'm going to fucking kill you. Like when I look at Ember Chad, he does this.
Yep.
Manage character and levels.
It's not forgotten. It's just not necessary right now.
All right. That new number.
So I hope you guys had fun.
Oh, great.
Very good.
Good little RP sesh.
There was a little bit of combat, kind of.
Oh no! I never wanted to get into combat. I just wanted to do that. I was hoping it would fail, honestly.
So we'll pick up next week, hopefully, with a stronger crew size. And at the very least, you'll be maybe on the doorstep of Blingdenstone, ready to lead the battle of the Pudding King.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we're gonna fuck that motherfucker up.
Level 7.
But if you want to make sure that you get there safely, I would highly recommend hitting like and or leaving a comment on the video because it appeases the Underdark gods to do their dark work to the ship and help you arrive intact. Or maybe I should put it the other way: if you have more enemies than friends, I don't know, but
Some frenemies.
some frenemies. But you're in. You made a frenemy, the Captain McCalibran.
Absolutely. Any pirate we meet is going to be a frenemy. That's how
That's how they should be. Cool. Anything else before we sign off for today?
Nothing from me.
thank you, thank you, DM Daddy.
Thank you for the great, fantastic session. It was a lot of fun. And
Thank
my
you.
new cloak.
Yeah, you got a new cloak. Papa's got a brand new cloak.
Yeah.
And let me hit end. There we go.